Hamadakyapi, Chantewashdeanape, Chizapi, Tokata Iron Eyes, Imachiapi. Hello, everyone, friends and relatives. It's Tokata Iron Eyes with Lakota People's Law Project. And I wanted to hop on here and talk about a city council meeting that I attended yesterday in Spearfish, South Dakota. I was very encouraged by the amount of people who showed up for this meeting. There was a city plan on the agenda, and in the city plan, there is a section that recognizes Spearfish's history, specifically with Native constituents of Spearfish. This plan was incredibly well researched, and the team that put it together took very much of their time and of their effort to make sure that the community outreach was done properly. And so to see, I guess, then all of their hard work and their efforts be sort of thwarted in a matter of minutes or even seconds by the city council members was incredibly discouraging. It's very clear that they are incredibly ill-informed as to how Native people feel. The mayor of Spearfish actually went as far as to say that he had never heard any of these concerns from the Native community of Spearfish, which is interesting considering that the paragraph also mentions the Fort Laramie Treaty, which we know as Native people is something that's widely talked about and referenced anytime we're talking about Native issues in South Dakota. So that just feels like a blatant lie to me.
There were just some conflicting viewpoints on some stuff. Some cons of this, having this history written in the way that it is that it touches on sensitive subjects like, violation of the Treaty of Fort Laramie and the ongoing dispute over land reclamation. While these topics are important, including them in general historical overview could potentially distract from the primary goals of the document or alienate certain audiences who may feel uncomfortable with such contentious issues. And the detailed historical narrative may be seen as unnecessary for a document that focuses on current or future community development. This section spends considerable time on past events that do not directly contribute to addressing present-day issues or informing future planning decisions.
There's something to be said about even just one Native person or constituent being in the room changes the entire energy around these meetings. And I think, honestly, it makes them feel really threatened when a Native is in the room because inherently we are more knowledgeable when it comes to the subject of how to take care of ourselves and the land. And we know South Dakota history better than anybody knows South Dakota history. We were here before it was a state.
I understand that this is unfamiliar territory for the city, and there's a lot of fear that comes with the unknown. But I really want to emphasize that as indigenous peoples, we firmly stand in our practice of Mitakoeliasin. We are all related. We all need each other, not just to survive, but to thrive. So please don't let the scare tactics of a few wealthy business owners who are only concerned about their bottom line stop us from making this progress together. We have been here since time immemorial. We're always going to be here to advocate for our communities because we are citizens of Spearfish too. Well, thank you for your time.
And I think it's really important that people recognize that you don't have to be from Spearfish specifically to have an opinion around this. I think it's really important for all Lakota people, Oceti Sakowin people, people who consider the Black Hills to be sacred, to be partaking in events like these, because the more that we are able to participate and make our viewpoints known, the more we are able to show these public officials that there's somebody there to hold them accountable. So much effort and time has gone into making sure that these demands adequately represent the wants and needs of Spearfish citizens, and to watch them be completely disregarded, it was really hard to watch. One of those things is called resiliency infrastructure. So the citizens of Spearfish are concerned that in the furthering and the worsening of the climate crisis, the human caused climate crisis, they also cut out parts of that section of the plan. I feel really bad for the people who live in Spearfish, and especially the Native people who live in Spearfish, but it affects everybody. Some other things on the agenda were adequate access to childcare for working class people, public transportation, and affordable housing. And we watched them strike really important parts of every single one of these ideas. Also, the mayor made a comment which was really like degrading and offensive to me. As somebody who's spent so much of my life in South Dakota, he just purported to say that like he doesn't know if prejudice is an issue in Spearfish. And when there's a room full of people telling you that that is real and that is the current circumstance in which they're living, people are watching and you're not getting away with anything, and your decisions affect everyone. If you continue failing to uphold your end of the bargain while in office, we will continue making more noise around this. Thank you.